Theories of motivation. In this video, we'll be discussing two subtopics under theories of motivation, which is cognitive approaches to motivation and the hierarchical model. Now, cognitive approaches to motivation. This approach states that motivation is a result of what? Of people's thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and goals. So, what does this approach state? Is that motivation is a result of people's thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and goals. Now, let's understand this first point we just discussed with example. Situation: two students fail a test. Two students fail a test. Student A thinks I didn't study enough. I can do better next time. Student B thinks I'm bad. I'm just bad at this. What's the point? Then what happens is that student A, this positive self-talk, which this student A thinks that I didn't study enough. I can do better next time. This positive self-talk motivates them to prepare better and improve. Whereas opposite happens in student B's side. This negative thinking reduces motivation and effort. So what is the conclusion? This shows how thoughts affect motivation and action. Now what we saw in the first point is that motivation is a result of people's thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and goals. So this example shows us how thoughts affect motivation and action. Now the second point. This theory also helps differentiate between the intrinsic and extrinsic motivation that were discussed in detail under types of motivation. This is a video. You might be able to see a black or white pop-up on the upper part of your screen, somewhere here or somewhere else on the upper part of your screen. That will lead you to the video. I made a special video about this topic of types of motivation, and there we discussed about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So highly recommend you to watch that video first and then watch this video. Now, individuals are more likely to work on a certain task or towards achieving a certain goal when he or she is intrinsically motivated as opposed to extrinsically motivated. Now, if you again, you might not be getting exactly what we are discussing here, intrinsically motivated and extrinsically motivated. So you better watch that video first and then watch this video. It is actually a very short video, and these topics are very easy. Intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, they are actually very easy. It may so happen that attempts to increase in extrinsic motivation may lead to decrease in intrinsic motivation. So it may happen that attempts done to increase extrinsic motivation might lead to decrease in intrinsic motivation. We talked about this particular topic a bit more in the videos of types of motivation which I just recommended you. This model was stated by Maslow, often termed as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In this model, the needs are placed in a hierarchical. Now, this is the other subtopic. The model was stated by Maslow, often termed as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In this model, the needs are placed in a hierarchical order. The model then states that the basic needs are to fulfilled before the higher order needs are met. So, what does this model state? This is important point. What does this model state is that basic needs should be are to fulfill before. So basic needs should be fulfilled before are to be fulfilled before the higher order needs are met. Maslow's hierarchy needs can be explained with the help of a pyramid with basic needs at the bottom of the pyramid and the higher order needs at the top of the pyramid. This is the pyramid. You have physiological needs on the lowest, then you have safety needs. So this is categorized under basic needs, then safety needs, love and belongings need, esteem needs, and self-actualization need. Now, as can be seen from the figure, you can pause the video and take a look at this in a much better way. As can be seen from figure, the basic needs are the physiological needs, namely. So you saw the figure of the pyramid. You saw the pyramid. The basic needs are what? Physiological needs, namely need for food, water, sleep, and sex. This is followed by the safety needs that are related to the need for an environment that is safe and secure. That is so what physiological needs are followed by safety needs that are related to need for an environment. So what is safety needs? Safety needs are needs related to an environment that is safe and secure. These two needs can be termed as lower order needs, and once these are fulfilled, then the individual will move on to the higher order needs. So these two needs of physiological needs and safety needs will be termed as lower order needs, and once these are fulfilled, the individual will move to the higher order needs. The next need is that of love and belongingness, that is related to the give and take of affection. This need is followed by yet another higher order need, that is esteem needs, that are related to the need for development of a sense of self-worth. So first, the next need after the next need is love and belongingness, that is related to the give and take of affection. Simple. This need is this need is followed by yet another higher order need, which is that is esteem needs, that are related to the need for development of a sense of self-worth. So esteem needs are related to the development of a sense of self-worth. You have so we did physiological needs, safety needs, love and belongingness need. Esteem is now self-actualization. And the last need is that of self-actualization. What is it? That is related to need for realization of one's full potential, or can also be termed as a state of self-fulfillment. So what is self-actualization? It is related to need for realization of one's full potential, or can also be termed as a state of state of self-fulfillment. And that is it for this video. I'll give you some time to take the screenshot. And that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel on the bell icon. Like the video, as always. I tell you, subscribe to the channel on the bell icon. Like the video. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like.